Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we are tackling the problem called Get Biggest 3 Rhombus Sums in a Grid. This one sounds a bit like a geometry test, but don't worry, we'll break it down into simple pieces. Let's take a look at what they want us to do. We are given a grid of numbers. Our goal is to find special shapes in this grid called rhombuses. Think of a rhombus here as a square that has been rotated 45 degrees, so it's standing on one of its corners, like a diamond. We need to trace the outer border of these diamonds, add up all the numbers along that border, and find the top 3 biggest totals. Oh, and the 3 totals have to be completely different from each other. No ties allowed on the podium. Let's look at a quick example. Imagine a grid with some really big numbers in the middle, like a 200. The problem states that a single cell all by itself counts as a rhombus with an area of 0. So that single 200 is a valid sum. Or, we could look at a small diamond shape surrounding the center, tracing its 4 corners. We just keep finding these shapes, adding their borders, and keeping a list of our 3 highest unique scores. Just a quick heads up before we dive into the code. We will be walking through the logic and solution using Python, but don't worry if that's not your main language. I will be showing the full code for Java, C++, and JavaScript towards the end of the video. If you just want to grab the code right now, you can find it on my website, leetcodeunlocked.com. The link is in the description. So how do we find the biggest ones? Well, the most straightforward way is to literally just check every single possible rhombus in the grid. To draw one of these diamonds, we really only need to know 2 things: where its top corner is located, and how big it is. If we pick a cell to be the top point, and we pick a size, the rest of the shape is completely locked in. So our main strategy will be to loop through every cell, treat it as a top point, and then expand outwards to test every size that fits. But wait, there is a catch. If we have a massive grid and a huge diamond, walking along its border one cell at a time just to add up, the numbers will take way too long. It's too slow. To fix this, we use a trick called diagonal prefix sums. Before we even start looking for diamonds, we do a quick sweep of the grid and pre-calculate running totals going diagonally. This lets us find the sum of an entire side of the diamond instantly, just by doing a single subtraction, saving us a massive amount of time. Here is the first part of our Python code. We are creating a custom helper class called answer. Think of this like a high score board for a video game that only keeps track of the top 3 unique scores. When we calculate a new diamond's total, we pass it to this class. It checks if our new total beats our current gold, silver, or bronze medal, and shifts the others down if it does. Crucially, it ignores ties, which guarantees our final top 3 list has completely different numbers, just like the problem asked. Now for the main solution class. First, we set up those diagonal shortcuts we talked about. We create 2 extra grids. The one we call sum1 keeps a running total as you move diagonally down and to the right. The one we call sum2 keeps a running total moving down and to the left. We fill these up with a quick double loop. Now, whenever we need the sum of an edge, we just look at the end point in our shortcut grid and subtract the start point. Here is the engine of our solution. We loop through every row and column, treating each spot as the very top tip of a diamond. Right away, we feed that single cell to our high scoreboard, because remember, a single cell counts as a size 0 diamond. Then, we start growing the size, stretching it out. We check if the shape hits the walls of the grid. If it fits, we use our shortcut grids to instantly grab the sum of the 4 edges. We add them together, make a tiny adjustment so we don't double count the corners, and feed that massive total into our answer tracker. You might be wondering about a couple of weird situations. First, we already saw that a shape can be just one single cell. Our code handles this gracefully right at the start of our loop by checking a size of 0. Second, what if the grid is so small, or the numbers are so repetitive, that we can't even find 3 entirely different totals? Our helper class solves this. It starts filled with zeros. When we grab our final list, we just filter out any remaining zeros. If we only found 2 unique numbers, it just returns those 2. If you want to test this code out yourself without retyping it, you can go to the leetcode.com link in the description, so you can copy the code that is shown and explained in this video. Now getting back to the explanation, code can be hard to visualize just by looking at it, so let's run a simple example through it conceptually. Imagine our top point is at row 0, column 1, and the number there is a 5. We immediately try to put that 5 onto our leaderboard. Then we expand to a size 1 diamond. We verify it doesn't crash into the grid borders. Next, we ask our pre-calculated grids for the sums of the 4 diagonal sides. We combine those sums, adjust the corners, and let's say the total border equals 25. We throw that 25 to our leaderboard, and it updates our top 3. We just repeat this for everywhere. We will look at the performance of this approach in just a second, but first I want to quickly say why this channel looks and sounds the way it does. You can probably tell this is narrated by AI. I actually built this for myself so I could generate clear, instant explanations the moment a daily problem drops to help myself learn. It helps me study faster, and I upload them here in case they help you too. I don't put ads in these videos and I don't take any sponsorships. Anyway, let's get back to the video. Let's talk about efficiency. For time complexity, we are looking at big O of m times n times the minimum of m and n. Here is why. We have an outer loop checking every single cell in our grid, which is m times n. For each of those cells, we expand the diamond outwards. The furthest it can possibly expand is limited by the shortest side of the grid, so that's where the minimum of m and n comes from. For space complexity, it is big O of m times n, because we created those two extra grids of the exact same size to hold our pre-calculated diagonal totals. Alright, that covers the Python solution. As promised, here are the full solutions for Java, C++, and JavaScript. Instead of pausing and typing these out, you can just go to leetcodeunlocked.com via the link in the description to copy and paste the exact code directly. Here is the full solution in Java. It uses a tree set to automatically keep track of the largest distinct values for us. Next up, here is the C++ version. Similar to Java, we utilize the built-in set container to effortlessly manage our top 3 distinct scores. And finally, here is the solution in JavaScript. We collect all our totals in a set to handle duplicates, sort them at the end, and just slice off the top 3. So, let's wrap it up. We learned that trying every possible shape is a completely valid strategy here, as long as we optimize how we do the math. By setting up diagonal prefix arrays first, we turned what would have been a slow, crawling loop into instant math operations. And finally, putting the messy logic of tracking the top 3 scores into its own little separate box made the rest of our code much easier to write and understand. Before we finish up, I want to mention I have another channel called Leetcode Unlocked. I am on a mission to eventually post a solution for literally every single Leetcode problem on the platform. If you want to study problems outside of just the daily challenge, make sure to check it out. If you want to help support that goal of covering every problem, you can donate at buymeaboba.com/LeetCodeDaily. Also, please make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. I post the daily Leetcode problem as soon as it comes out so you can get your streak done early. Keep coding, and I will catch you in the next one.